Hey there, welcome to Abundant Source Raw, and in this video I wanted to talk about how I was able to naturally heal a staph infection that I got here on the big island of Hawaii. And so first of all, I am very big into natural foods, and by that for me I mean I believe that we are a frugivorous species and that our natural diet is fruit and maybe some leafy green vegetables, and that's about it. And I have the belief that if we keep an internal environment within our body, that just about no external force can really come in and, wreak havoc. With that being said, I am fruitarian and I've been on a raw vegan diet for consistently 99.9% for the last year, and trying to be 100% for the last almost 3 years now. And yeah, I feel like I have a fairly healthy internal body. But while I was here, a few months after being on the island of Hawaii, I did get a staph infection. And I know I got quite a few comments in one of my videos where I mentioned that people were saying that obviously I'm unhealthy, and that is something that I really need to be looking at and maybe going to a doctor, and all these different comments about it. So I thought I'd just talk about how I was able to heal it and my whole process going through it, and also my opinion on how I got it, even being fruitarian, or raw vegan or whatever. And for me, coming from the mainland, I lived in Texas where it's very hot and dry and sunny, and it can be hot and sometimes pretty dry here on the big island as well, but it's also can be very rainy and very humid and very moist, and a perfect environment for wounds to basically stay open and fester and have more of a chance for infection. And pretty much all my fruitarian friends that I traveled here with, nearly all of us ended up getting staph. Some of the healthiest people that I've interacted with, my friends, and we all pretty much end up getting staph. And in my opinion, it's just because we came from a very different environment, and when we come here to this new environment where there's just all this moistness, all these different things, all these variants in our environment and the weather, and all the different bacteria and things that live here, and I just believe that our bodies just were not acclimated to it, and that after a few months we all ended up getting staph on the island, and it went away naturally for pretty much all of us. It did take probably at least a month before it went away, and that was just in my mind kind of us being welcome to the island. Okay, it's a new environment, let's get you acclimated, let's create a harmonious biological relationship with each other. Staph, when people, the thing with staph infection and the bacteria is that it's everywhere, it's all around us. It's here in Hawaii, it is all over. We've got it in our skin, we've got it going through our bloodstream at all times, it's on everything, it's everywhere. And really the infection occurs when just overgrowth of bacteria. So coming from the mainland with a body that's not used to that, after a while, after I had gotten a lot of cuts and I decided to go and swim in this place that apparently is known for being actually very conducive to staph infections and different infections like that, which I didn't know when I swam in it with all these open wounds. I believe that's where it initially came from, is just that concentration of staph getting in the wounds. But my body just wasn't prepared with the environment that it had come from, and now I feel like there's a healthy relationship with the staph inside my blood, kind of like homeopathic, you can think of it in a way. The staph comes in, and then my body learns how to deal with it and learns how to coexist with it, because it's already everywhere anyways, so it's just my body adapting to the new environment. And since my staph has healed, I have not had any other new staph wounds or staph infections, even from deep, deep wounds that I've gotten since having it healed. Even when I've gotten like really deep wounds, where it was like before, it definitely would have caused staph. When I had staph, even the slightest little nick, just a tiny little nick, would like instantly turn into a staph infection. And this is what pretty much all my fruitarian friends have also said after they healed from their staph naturally. It's like, okay, now our body's acclimated to the environment, and it doesn't seem like that staph is getting out of control and overwhelming our body anymore. We are accustomed to it now and living together with the staph in harmony. And what I did for the staph, very unorthodox compared to what anybody else is gonna tell you. For the most part, I didn't really do anything, and then after a while, I started rubbing dirt into it, just earth, soil from the land here. And I'm a big advocate for fasting and just letting your body heal the way that it's gonna heal with the pure elements. And there was just something, I was working here on this farm, and I was just looking at the soil, and I just had this instinctive calling, like, you need to put this on your wounds. This is what's gonna help. I was also, after that, reading the Essene Gospel of Peace, which I've read many times, and just hearing the words from that book about how all you need to heal is fasting, the air, the elements, the earth, the water, and the fire spirit, keeping your spirit high and lit. And it was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, all I need is to lay in the sun, connect with the earth, and just let Mother Earth heal me. And that seemed to be the most effective thing for me. I was using this colloidal silver gel for a little bit because I had a friend gift it to me and said that they heard that it was really good for staph, so I tried it a little bit, and it didn't seem to do anything. The dirt seemed to really stop the bleeding and also just felt really good. It almost felt like I had a natural earth band-aid on. And everybody here pretty much is going to talk to you all day about antibiotics when you get staph infection, whether it be natural or chemical, synthetic antibiotics. Even the people who say they're doing it naturally, talk about all these antibiotics, like using noni and using different herbs and fruits and things like that to basically kill the bacteria, citrus juice and things, all these different ways to kill the bacteria, which is also killing, it's antibiotic, it's anti-life, completely killing all the life forms and the cells and the bacteria, the beneficial bacteria that are helping to create a harmonious environment. Those are all being damaged by antibiotics of any kind, whether it's natural or not. And then I had a friend mention to me about using probiotics, and that was like instant, oh my gosh, revelation. And that's what I would preach, is using probiotics, because that's what I feel like the earth was doing for me, is just infusing these incredible probiotics and living soil that is creating a great environment, creating an environment, a healthy dose within my body that can handle my surrounding environment. When you're thinking in terms of antibiotics and just like killing, it's just the vibration of death. It's the vibration of, okay, there's an enemy and I have to destroy it, and this thing is causing me pain, and it's not my friend. But when you think of in terms of probiotics, it's like, well, this can be my friend. This is beneficial for this environment. Obviously, it plays its role. It's beneficial for me while I'm in this environment. And when I use probiotics, then I'm creating a healthy, friendly relationship with it. And now we can coexist and live together. And now when I get cut, it's very much harder for me to be infected and for it to take over. Now there's just this environment my body knows how to deal with. and it's all just working together in harmony, promoting life, and not promoting death and anti-life. So that is basically my philosophy and my experience, and what I would tell you if you're trying to heal naturally is keep your internal environment clean. The best thing you can do is fast in some way, water fast, dry fast, juice fast, and then next best thing is to fruit fast and just eat clean fruits, eat as little as possible so your body can focus on healing, and then also think in terms of life and light and love and be at a vibration of wholeness and health instead of trying to put out vibrations of death and destruction and, having to force your way into a healthier environment. Mindset is definitely another huge factor, so just remain in a state of wholeness and love and peace, and know that this process is totally perfect for your conscious lesson right now in this period of time. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk with you in the next video.